Testing, testing.
Happy to see you here.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Mr. Mihalik? Scott, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, Madam Mayor, it is 7 o'clock and we are live streaming and recording and ready to go whenever you are.
All right, excellent. Thank you so very much. Thank you all for being here. It is 7:01 and I now call to order the 2167th regular meeting of the City of College Place City Council for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Mary Elizabeth, will you please take roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Councilmember Lopez,
Present.
Councilmember Cleveland,
Present.
Councilmember Espinoza, Councilmember Lauren or Peterson, Councilmember Williams,
Present.
Councilmember Sherman. Present. We do have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, will you all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? All right, it's now time for public comment. Mary Elizabeth, did anyone submit a written comment in advance or request to speak via telephone or virtually?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if anyone is in council chambers that would like to speak during public comment period regarding an item that's not on today's agenda, please raise your hand. All right, seeing none, we're going to move on to consent agenda, which consists of the agenda for tonight, September 9th, 2025, the council minutes from August 26th, 2025, the council workshop minutes from September 2nd, 2025, and excusing the absence of Council Member Boyle. Are there any items any member of the council would like removed from the consent agenda at this time? If not, is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. I think Councilmember Peterson, second. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. There's no presentations on tonight's agenda and there are no public hearings. So we're just moving straight along to the action items, of which we do have 5 items to discuss tonight. First is the updated 2025 internal and external committee assignments with Ms. Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. We talked about the changes to the internal and external commission and board assignments at the last meeting. There were no objections, and now it is here presented before you as it was for your approval.
All right, we'll go through council members for any questions. Councilmember Lopez,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Cleveland,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Espinosa,
No questions.
Councilmember Peterson,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams,
No questions, thank you.
and Councilmember Sherman.
No questions.
All right. Any discussion? If not, is there a motion? Do we have a motion on the, what am I looking, and the updated 2025 internal and external committee assignments?
I move to approve the updated 2025 internal and external committee assignments.
Second, Councilmember Cleveland.
Thank you. We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you all very much for stepping up and taking on those positions. Next, Ms. Garcia's has an update from the police department to the 2025 fees resolution.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm going to do my best. Chief Tamaris joins us online to clarify any further questions. Thank you so much, Chief. Anyway, so I'm just kind of here telling you guys basically what has changed. There was a duplicate under Section 8A. There was changing removal of impound fees by violation to reimbursement plus 20%, removal of civil infraction and replaced with a dollar amount. Civil infraction 1, 2, or 3 were never assigned a fee. For simplification, we're adding fees here instead. We moved the rental housing license under code enforcement and removed the timelines for special events application fees. We have included a red line version for you guys to take a look at, which very little has changed, but it's all right there pretty much. So.
All right. Councilmember Espinosa, I'm sorry, Councilmember Lopez, questions or comments?
None, thank you.
Councilmember Cleveland?
No questions, but I just appreciate that city staff is working to keep everything up to date, neat and tidy on all their code and laws.
Yes. Councilmember Espinosa?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Peterson?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Sherman?
No questions, thanks.
Okay, I just have one quick question. I want to make sure that it's, because it's different than the others, the resolutions. The first one says resolution number 24-083 and the other one say 25. Is that just because
Oh, that's the old.
that's the old
Last
one?
year's resolution that we're.
It's just for us to see. I see. Okay, I got it. I just want to make sure that I saw that right. All right, so if there's no questions or comments, do we have a motion to approve resolution 25-051, updating the police department fees?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 25-051, updating police department fees of the College Place Municipal Code.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Councilmember Williams.
Okay, we have first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you, Mary Elizabeth. Next, Mr. Holden, is that correct, is going to provide us with an update on the final phase of Rose Street pedestrian lighting project.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, council members. As some of you may remember, last year we had this project on the Damson and Rose Street project, had an alternate bid, came in a little bit high, so we had to pull off on adding the additional lights. TIB told us to go ahead and keep it, rebid it. They gave some additional funding, which allowed us to do the lights from Ash Street all the way to Cary Court. And then once we get to Lambert, we'll put lights on the north side of the street as well. We had we have 4 bids come in. The lowest bid in Reno Steel was 61% under the engineer's cost estimate. We went through, our engineer Apex went through everything. We brought in Reno Steel. They talked to them. You know, they're going to still be able to honor their bid for that price, and they still will be able to do that. So I'm here today to ask for your motion to approve the notice of intent to award this contract to Marino Castile.
Thank you. All right, Councilmember Lopez, questions or comments?
No questions. It sounds great.
Councilmember Cleveland?
No questions. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to take walks out there in the evening without it being a darkened wasteland.
I bet. Councilmember Espinosa?
Yeah, I do have a couple of questions. There's a significant delta between the bid of Moreno and the other bids. Can you tell me where you feel the difference lies, and what is the experience that we've had with this contractor as far as the quality of their work? What can we expect? I do see that we have a 25% contingency for changes, which is good because we don't want surprises. But what do we know about them, and why is it so much cheaper? Which I love because we want to save money for the city, be good stewards, but at the same time we want good quality work done. So.
Yes, speak a little on behalf of the contractor. In my 20 years here, I've had great dealings with them. They've done quite a few projects within the city. Both of Dax Marino and Cruz Castillo both worked and part owners of Marino and Nelson at one point in time. They branched off and started their own business. We have utilized them. We did the fire department staircase. They did the Southwest 6th Street. And they've done the Bade sidewalk and 12th Street improvement project. The difference that lies in the bid is the traffic control and the underground boring for the electrical conduits. But like I said, we brought them in, we talked to them, they still feel they can honor it. They reached out to several contractors, Blue Mountain Telecommunications and another contractor out of Tri-Cities, and they can still, within their price range of the bid, still do the job and do it effectively and efficiently in a timely manner.
Thank you.
Yep.
Councilmember Peterson?
Yeah, I guess on the other side of the coin, that the 25% contingencies is larger than typical. Is that because the bid was less in part?
I think we just wanted to buffer a little bit. Make sure, like I said, they are 61% less, but they can still do it at the price that they bid at, the 404,000. So yeah, I mean, we feel that it gives us a little bit of a room to work with, and in case we have any change orders, we're not having to come back to council and ask for approval. So
let me chime in. Sorry. Part of that was, if you noticed, the engineer's estimate was significantly higher than the bids, all of the bids. And the reason for that is our engineers base their estimate off of the quote that we got from the contractor a year ago, which was essentially a change order quote. And they obviously were significantly high. And so our funding from TID was based off of that. We have significantly more funding than what this project came in at. So we wanted to make sure, A, we had enough contingency to cover it, and B, since we have the funding, if there's little pieces that come up that we can do a change order to make the project better along the way, we wanted to be able to do so. So as long as it fits within the funding.
Just so I heard this right, they're 61% below. They're not 61% of.
So, yeah, correct.
Huh.
So at the time we were doing the Damson project, sorry, the Damson project and Eastern Oregon, we asked them for a price to add the lighting, and they came back significantly higher than we anticipated. And so we went back to the funding agency at that time. They
Right.
said, let's redo this, come back to us, ask for more funding to cover this. And that's when we pulled it out of that project and separated it. And our engineers based their estimate primarily off of the numbers they had been given from a contractor for that exact project previously. And so that's why now, I think part of it honestly is at the time, all the contractors out there were super busy. Now there seems to be a shortage of work for these contractors in the valley. And they're, I don't want to say hurting, but they're looking for jobs. And so they've sharpened their pencils. And which is what you get when they aren't busy, you get better prices. When everybody's
Yeah,
busy,
sure.
costs go way up.
So last question, and does this free up funds for other projects? The fact that this has come below,
Likely no. Mike and I plan to go back to TID and ask them if there's other things that we can use that additional funding for. The answer is probably going to be no, because it's not going to fit within that specific bucket that they gave us for lighting on Rose Street from College Avenue to Cary Court. But you never know. TID likes to see projects executed. And if we can tie something to it in some way, they very well might go for it. So there you go.
Councilmember Williams.
I was thinking more one of those rectangular pedestrian crossing lights because it's a light. But no questions. Thank you.
Councilmember Sherman.
No, I was gonna ask about the contingency, so thank you for explaining that.
Okay. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but so even, let's just say the high cost of the engineers, it's still $200,000 less than the other two bids. What is that much less? Is it the labor? I mean, I'm
So
concerned
Marino
here.
Castillo admitted that they missed an item on the bid. They didn't put in a cost for, I think it was the underground boring. And so they were aware of that. They missed that item entirely. I thought they were gonna self-perform traffic control. They were less on traffic control as well, but we've had extensive conversations with them. And they are confident that they won't have as much profit, but they're confident that they can do the work for that price anyway. They had their opportunity to back out. And they didn't. And so.
Okay, I just want to make sure that they're not cutting short on labor, which then will extend the project, right? Because they have less labor to pay for or anything like that. That's just
I don't think that's the case.
no extending the time of the project. Okay. All right, thank you. I know you all had to explain something that you were not responsible for. So thank you for your
That's
patience
how
with
it
that,
goes. Not a problem.
for your answers. All right. Any other questions or comments at this time? If not, do we have a motion to approve an award of contract?
All motion to approve the award of contract to Marino and Castillo Construction in the amount of $404,603.21 with a 25% contingency for a total contract amount of $505,754, and authorize the Public Works Director or designee to sign notice of intent to award and all project contract documents and approve any additional work within the 25% contingency.
Thank you. Is there a second?
second, Peterson?
Okay, we have a first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Next, we have Mr. Holden and possibly Mr. McAndrews, who will educate us on what comes next with the West Whitman Multi-Use Path Project to provide a safe route to schools for kids at Walla Walla Valley Adventist Schools Academies. No, it's Adventist Schools, Walla Walla Valley Adventist Schools.
Rogers in.
They've combined now. They're no longer Rogers and Wawa.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This was one of my first RFQs that I put together. We started this back in in July. We put out RFQ, had bids. We went around on the job site with 4 different consultants. When we got the proposal that came in, they were really close, but the consultant that we chose to pick has shown the interest. We met with them monthly for the past year since I've been in this position. They're extremely excited and eager to do work in College Place. There's a little bit of stakeholder here that they want to live here in the area. They've done quite a bit of work in Walla Walla. They've been active in here at City Hall with Mr. Rizzatello, and they just want to do some work. As you're aware of, there's that block and a half from Academy to Davis. When we did the West Whitman Corridor project back in 2014, I believe, just 1 block we didn't complete the sidewalk or the walk path. So we decided that we need to complete that, and we feel that we have chose the best consultant that will do the job for us. And yeah, they're here, and they're going to do some good work for us. They've been starting on it, getting stuff started. We went back to the MPO. We've went for additional money for that project. So hopefully we can obligate funds come October. And I'm just here to ask for your approval of approving this contract with the consultant DEA.
All right. It's nice to have somebody local do some work. All right, let's go through council members. Councilmember Lopez.
So just to understand, the motion is to hire somebody to look at the project, we're not starting work on it yet. We don't have land yet. We're
Correct. We will
Concept.
obligate funds come October. Once we
Yeah.
get a decision back from MPO, they will design right-of-way acquisition and work with us on the project management.
awesome. Thanks.
Welcome.
Councilmember Cleveland.
You mentioned right-of-way acquisition. I've seen some of our projects where we essentially narrow the road rather than cut into people's yards. Are we planning to gain right-of-way and to keep everything in line, or narrowing the road for this?
We're hoping to keep everything in line as it is, just acquiring additional property on the backside of the curb.
All right, great. Thank you.
Councilmember Espinosa.
No, I think this is great for safety for pedestrians and all the kids that go through there. So
Yes,
good job.
that's one of the projects that enticed us, the safety. We know we've had some accidents at Academy and Whitman, and this will help.
Excellent. Councilmember Peterson.
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams.
So are we hoping to have this ready for next construction season? So this is the design and right-of-way acquisition. Are we hoping to be ready to construct next summer?
We are hoping to go hopefully next spring of 2026. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Dependent upon right away. So
Councilmember Sherman.
No questions. I'm excited to have this part done.
Agreed. All right, any additional discussion? If not, is there a motion to award professional service contract?
Councilmember Williams, I will move to award the professional services contract for West Whitman Multi-Use Path Project to DEA, David Evans and Associates, in the amount of $452,607, which consists of engineering and right-of-way acquisition, and authorize the Public Works Director or designee to sign contract documents.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Lopez.
Councilmember Lopez, thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Mr. Holden, we appreciate you taking the hot seat for a little bit. All right, last item is Mr. Carlton or Chief Tamaris. Are you gonna? Okay, well, will employ the council for 5 more years of safety equipment for a police department with Axon.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Some of you may recall back in 2020, we entered into a contract with Axion to provide body cameras and tasers to the police officers. That contract is up for renewal. It goes till the end of the year, and we're in a window of time to accept a quote and move forward with a new 5-year lease. The cost has gone up significantly in the last 5 years. The current quote is $341,805. The prior was $341,805. Cost increases, inflation, plus they're the number one player in the market, so they do have some leverage. It's the system's used by, we were the first in the valley to get it. It's being used by Walla Walla, and maybe Chief Tamaris can go in a bit more detail on the program.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. It's Axon's being used statewide. State Patrol uses it. The Sheriff's Office uses it. Walla Walla PD uses it. We use it. They've kind of got the best thing. And they also have the unique. They acquired a taser here a few years back. So our contract includes taser. It also, this upgraded contract will also include the Taser 10, which is their most recent taser, left lethal instrument. So it's a good program. We're happy with the product. They've been really, really good to work with, and it has streamlined so many things at work, including records and disclosure requests.
All right. Councilmember Lopez, questions or comments?
No questions. I remember when Chief Morris was telling me about this a while back, and he was really excited. So I'm glad that he's still excited.
Councilmember Cleveland,
No questions.
Councilmember Espinosa.
I have a concern. So there's 4 additional officers that have required equipment, but the increase from 202,000 to 341 seems kind of steep.
Yeah.
I know that inflation is an argument that you brought up, and did you guys shop around for any other alternatives? Do we have any other options, or is this the only vendor that provides these types of services in the spirit of cost savings for the city? And
The chief can respond.
Yeah, absolutely. There are other vendors out there that have similar products, but not to the quality that Axon has. We would still have to contract with Axon for the tasers. And I think we do pay a higher price with Axon, not significantly more from the last time we went around with this search. I will tell you that out of all of the options with Axon, we chose the bottom deal. They now provide an AI format, and that similar contract, Brian, I think it was near $1 million, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that's for 10 years.
That was for a 10-year contract. Thank you. Yeah. So, we were trying to be fiscally responsible, and that's why we chose this particular package. And I think it's the best package that meets the needs of the department and our community.
So other vendors were looked at too, other options?
Not this time around, no. Mm-mm. No, we're currently using Axon. We have 5 years of cases in Axon, and to make that transition would be a big change for our department.
Councilmember Peterson.
No questions. Thank you.
Councilmember Williams.
So I sent some questions in, but I can't seem to get into my email from here. So I'm just going to be guessing as to whether these are the same questions.
Yeah.
But after what happened with our traffic cams, so my questions are basically, where does the data from the body cams go?
Yeah.
And who owns it, and what impact does that have on our public disclosure?
Just first off, to set the record, we don't have any traffic cameras in the city of College Place, so I want to put everybody at ease with that. We do have flock cameras, and I think that's what you're referring to. Those are the license plate readers. The Axon body cameras.
Reading the traffic.
Yeah.
So,
The
okay.
Axon body cameras are uploaded into the cloud. We have access to those are ours, and those are open to public disclosure. We've always known that, and we actually have a part-time clerk just to deal with any Axon body camera requests we get. 2024, we had 24 Axon body requests through public disclosure, and the year before that we had 6. I'm not sure what the numbers are up to date here for 2025, but it's going to be more. It seems like each year we get more and more public disclosures.
So the cloud is a big place. Is it, so Axion has a database that it goes to?
Yeah, it's just Axon, AXON. Yeah, they have part of our contract gives us cloud storage through Axon, and it is their servers that we upload it to. We have access to it immediately, and the officers have access to their own body camera footage. I have access to everyone's body camera footage, and so do the clerks for public disclosure requests.
What about other departments?
So
I mean,
another department can put in a request for our Axon body camera, and once they put in that request, if I approve it, and we generally do because it's a investigation similar to ours, or maybe it's the same individual, we'll usually grant that, yes.
So the only way that people can get access to it is legally, other than, Axon employees acting illegally, but legally, the only way that people can get access to it is through your approval or a public disclosure request.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's protected through multi-factor authentication. There's several layers you have to go through. You have to use your own body camera to access that multi-factor authentication. So it's very well protected.
Good. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have something in the contract that we would later regret, like we did with the flock cameras. So,
it's a reasonable question.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much the questions that I had in my email. So thank you.
Councilmember Sherman?
No questions.
Okay. Chief Tamara's, those public records requests, does that include, the numbers include like defense attorneys, prosecuting attorneys, or is it just general public?
That's all public requests for body camera footage. That's one of the things I track each year, and last year in 2024 there was 24.
Okay, thank you. All right, do we have any other questions or comments? And I apologize for my Ring doorbell noise. Any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none. Do we have a motion to approve a 5-year contract renewal with Axon?
I'll make a motion to approve the 5-year contract renewal with Axon for lease of police body cams and tasers, and authorize the financial director to sign that contract.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none. Let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you all. Thank you, Chief Tamaras. There's no administrative reports. There's no informational reports, and we do not have an executive session. How about that? So we're quickly breezing along to closing items. Is there any other business for good of the order? Councilmember Williams.
I would just like to request that as we put together the upcoming budget, that we consider raising the council stipend. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that it hasn't been raised since I've been on the board. And it's not like, anybody's here to get rich, but it just feels like once a decade is kind of reasonable to look at it. My understanding about the way it works is that if we vote in a raise to the stipend, it goes into effect for each council member for anybody elected after that, it goes into effect immediately. But for those of us who are on the council, when it gets voted in, it doesn't go into effect for us until after we get voted in again. So the voters have a chance to say basically if they think we're being a problem. So, so my recommendation would be, that as the budget gets put together, staff make look at inflation or whatever and make a recommendation. And so I don't think we need to vote on it now. I just want to bring it up as a request that a proposal come to us.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Be voted on.
It has to be voted on eventually to finalize it,
Yeah.
but
Definitely.
is it appropriate for staff to be making the recommendation of what council gets paid, or should council discuss?
No, you have to do a commission.
A commission?
Yeah, there has to be a commission. There's a whole thing. There's a whole process.
Okay, so then we need to engage a commission to put together the discussion. Okay. Mary Elizabeth, can you put that on to research and find out who the salary or commissioner, however, commission is? We must have one.
Yes, ma'am.
We just haven't
Absolutely.
used it in 10 years.
I'm pretty
at
sure it's the
least.
finance committee, just to be.
Okay. Okay. Any other discussion regarding that? Okay, Councilmember Cleveland?
Yeah, I don't want this to be long, just if there's any kind of update, but regarding the flock cameras, has there been any clarification on how we're handling future public records requests for it? Or is this the default now? We just give everything, or was there any legal clarification on because I remember that being kind of an ambiguous point. That's what, why our original city attorney was like, no, we don't have to. And then, well, maybe we do. So I was just curious if there's any developments on that.
Yeah, I'd like to start that discussion, and then Mr. Mahalik, if you'd like to chime in as well, and I think Chief Tamaris is already gone. Okay.
Just very briefly,
Yeah.
no more than 2 minutes.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any answers. Legal has not been able to research enough. I think we've asked questions, and then they do some research, and then they got to get back to us, and then we ask another question and got to get back. So we have no answers, unfortunately.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
There's
I don't
concern
want
with the
to
flock
go into a long
contract.
discussion or anything, so just think that's good enough. Thanks.
Okay.
Mayor,
Thank you.
Mayor, I can add to that if you don't mind me jumping in. Is that okay, or?
Yeah, just briefly.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as where we are as whether the information is to be produced with a records request, we still stand with that same position that we did before until we hear otherwise. And I don't think we've talked about this, but a few other cities have filed deck actions to get a court's position on whether that's the case or not. And those deck actions have not gone through the process, so we don't have an answer as to how the courts will view this. But we've spoken to many other cities, and our position is that they're to be produced unless an exemption is put into play. Now, the one thing I would also add is that we have a WASAMA conference coming up next month, and that is actually one of the topics to be discussed during with the WASAMA conference in mid-October. So we may hear some different takes on that, but at this point, we're still, of the same opinion that we were before, that those records do need to be produced until, a court says otherwise, or until the legislature approves an exemption. So.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or business for good of the order?
Sure, we had the calendar for the recruitment process for the city administrator. What is that? Is there I know it seems like the 22nd was an important date coming up. Is that correct still, or?
Yes, sir. We will have a special meeting on the 22nd of September at 7 p.m. in order to review candidate applications. It's a very confidential process because most of those people still have jobs, right? And so long story short, we'll meet only in executive session. That agenda is actually up and tentatively posted. So that's all we'll do.
So between now and then, that's it for us as far as this process, is that right? Okay.
As far as I know, and I did talk with the HR director today and just let her know to have them, send me anything that they want, produced to council in the meantime. So.
And this on the 22nd, this is the list of candidates that could be quite large.
I
Or
believe,
is this, or is this the reduced?
yes, sir. Yep, it'll
It's
be the
the-
reduced one.
It's a reduced one. So I can tell you this. They started reviewing, they closed on Friday, started reviewing on the 7th, which was Sunday. They received 18 applications, 8 of whom met the minimum requirements for the position.
That's good.
Some have served as city administrator or city manager or a high-level senior management position in a large agency. So I think we got some decent applications. It sounds positive. Even the 18, right? Even if 10
Right.
of them didn't qualify, it shows the interest in our
Right.
city. Right.
Will, GMP be here?
Yes, yes.
On the 22nd?
It will GMP be here, the
Yeah.
consultants. Yes, they will definitely be here. Because we need to have that special meeting.
Okay, that was at 7. Right, yeah, right. Okay, thanks.
I don't think so, no. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
I was just looking at my calendar and I also unfortunately have a conflict. So that is totally my bad for not mentioning.
Okay.
I will mark you both as excused.
Yeah. Everybody else, nobody get COVID.
That's for Grace.
Double mask.
Right, exactly.
Masks sitting in the back.
Wash your hands 6 feet. We need you here.
That's good.
All right. Any other discussions? Got anything else for good of the, oh,
I do have one quick
yes,
question.
Mr. McAndrews.
Previously you guys said staff could attend that executive session. Is that still the case or should we not?
We had extended it to department heads.
Or that's okay.
We figure you all have a little bit of interest in it, so.
Yeah, I think the department heads being here
Yeah,
personally.
absolutely. Absolutely. We can't make that decision without your input. All right. Anything else? All right. Hearing
And
nothing
and
else?
to clarify, we won't be making a decision.
No, we won't be
during
making a
that executive
decision.
session.
Yes, but they need to be here to hear the start of it. Thank you. On that note, do you want to make a motion to conclude? Okay, who wants to make a motion to conclude the meeting?
So moved.
That was Councilmember Espinosa. Is there a second?
Councilmember Williams, second.
Councilmember Williams, thank you. My first and a second. So if there's no objection, the meeting is concluded at 7:42 PM.